Whatever topic, maybe you want to ask them a question or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were just talking about the Nubians and the Olmecs, original Nubians that came out of New.
Yeah. So the Olmecs are the original Native Americans.
Yeah.
We talk about the original Native Americans. They talk about the people that came from before the continental drift.
Yeah.
All right. How can you
King DNA, Immortal knows.
how can you prove this? All right. You talk about the rubber. All right. Africans have the rubber tree. That's where you have the rubber ball. All right. So everybody that's playing basketball, playing racquetball, football, rubber, anytime you see it, that came from Africa. Oranges came from Africa. All right. Mangoes came from Africa. We brought all of these from during the continental drift. I mean, before the continental drift, actually. You know what I'm saying? We brought all these. So now you talk about the pyramid mounds. You talk about the mound building, pyramids. You go down to Teotihuacan in Mexico. You see the step pyramid, which in the step pyramid, they attribute the first step pyramid to Egypt in the third dynasty.
I'm actually from Honduras, I believe.
You're from Honduras? Yeah, my sister's married to a Honduran. Okay. Right? And you go down there, they have, I think it's called the Gadifil. Yeah. So they have, yeah. So they have a certain music which is all African. They hear the drums. Yeah. What's it called? Yeah. So that's all African. When I hear it, I don't hear Spanish. I don't hear Honduran. I hear African. Yeah. That tells you that we was there first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you go into even America, all right, everything you see, Native Americans, the Native Americans that they attribute to, like Geronimo, and even the Seminole tribes, all of those people have things that we wore in Egypt. Aprons, they have their feathers, which you see Ma'at wear. You see what I'm saying? Ma'at had the feather, right? And you see the chiefs have feathers in the form of what we call the Namus in Nuwapic, right? Exactly. You see the feathers that the chief wears. Yeah. The chief is usually the servant that is the leader of the tribe that gets those people, takes them to the next, phase of what they have to do, and leads them to what we call the promised land, or our next phase, or gives us those instructions. Like Panabab Yanun is. Panabab Yanun is the chief. He is our servant, but he's also our leading servant. He serves his people, and he leads us by giving us the proper instructions so we can go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So we can actually develop from being what we call niggas to gods. You see what I'm saying? You ever heard that book, Niggas to Gods? You see, but we really understand that. You see what I'm saying? We understand what niggas to gods, because honestly, we know what nigga means. So it's not really bad to be a nigga, but to know what nigga means, to know exactly what it means. And the Bible is prophet building. Yeah, exactly. You see it in Naga, you see it in Niger, right? You see it in Nekada. All this is black, and black is a state of being. It's always been. That's why we say all is. All is. You know what I'm saying? And what color was all? You know what I'm saying? It had to be black. You know what I'm saying? Dark matter, dark energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what. So you get all of this. Like, there's so much information that.
Dark positive matter, not the way they.
Yeah, positive matter. Not the way they. Not negative, because they like to say black ball.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
But in order for you to have a white ball, you had to have black ball.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you had to have, you had to have a black ball. Like when you turn on the light, you're seeing everything that was in the darkness. But the light goes out, the darkness can never go out. Darkness always was. So when you're talking about the Olmecs, you're talking about the Nubians, the original Nubians, which is the Tarites, the little people. All right, they call them pygmies. All right, now you have the pygmies, and then they developed to the Olmecs that traveled. Now you have the Nubians that mixed in. The Nubians come from the mixture of the Dongolaway and the Shakir. You know what I'm saying? And the original African people. You know what I'm saying? We all mixed in, and that's where you get Nubians, because you're a new being from the Nubians. You know what I'm saying? And now we have Nubians. We're a melting pot, really. You know what I'm saying? But you have the Nubians that are out here calling themselves African American, Panamanian, what else? Jamaican, Haitian. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So our job as Nuwapians, like I said, I'm from Boston. You know what I'm saying? And we're from New York. We do this. We're one family. It doesn't matter where we are. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where we are. This is what we do. We give people the truth based on actual facts. We pretty much bring you back to our culture, because all of these people, everybody here is our brothers and sisters.
And the Wabians and the Moors, the Moors became. You said they converted.
So at a certain point they converted into Islam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They converted into Islam, but they were still supreme being by way of their genetics, not by way of their religion.
Nah, not religion.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like one of the things Doc Panabab said. He said the reason why Elijah Muhammad was great, the reason why Martin Luther King was great, the reason why Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, it wasn't because of their religious choice. You know what I'm saying? It was because of their DNA strain, exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you'll find that in the Master Secret.
Yeah.
I think Master Secret too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and he actually expounded on that in the Book of Light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He expounded on that in many different books. See, all of these things, that's why, you know, who else can write that type of information?
That's right.
And I'm going to go deeper, I mean, on what you're saying, because I know that when we're talking about religion, people don't understand that scientifics and DNA, they had separated it. At one point, he separated religion and DNA and everything like that, which is like to confuse you. But when we talking about the Nubians, we are the original Hebrews of the land. Like, you know,
we're the original Hebrews according to the Bible. So when you're talking about when we say according to the Bible, there's a lot of names that they give it.
Yeah.
I'm saying they named us that, but we didn't name ourselves that. And it's only right for us to name ourselves because we are the original. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like nobody, because they name themselves, they name themselves white. They're not really white. They're transparent. You know what I'm saying? When they get mad, they turn red. When they get embarrassed, they turn pink. When they get, cold, they turn purple. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
when you talk about that, you're racist, right?
I can be because IST. Matter of fact, my brother broke this down months ago.
Yeah.
IST is the study. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The study of racism. So in that context, yes, I am a racist, but I don't practice racism. Because if a white person comes here, I'm going to treat them the same because I have that much respect. Because for me to be, supreme beings have respect for all things in existence. All people in existence. So for me to, and now once I start treating you like you're less than,
then that's a different story.
you know what I'm saying? Once I call you 3/5 human being, that's racism.
Right.
And a lot of them don't even know why they're racist. You know what I'm saying? Ask a white person, right? And I do this for anybody online. Ask a white person why they call black people niggas. And I bet you, I did this at Mass Ave in Boston. I asked them, this dude was shook like, because he didn't know if he wanted to say the word or try to explain it. He didn't think I was going to beat him up or something. I'm not going to beat you up. I asked you the question. You know what I'm saying? Why do you call us niggas? You know what I'm saying? They don't know why they call us niggas because they heard it from us and they changed the energy of it. They changed the frequency of it and they beat you. So now the beating is actually the frequency, not the word.
Word, right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
They beat you.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
It's not the word. It's in the way that it's given.
It's the way it's given. If me and him get into a fight and he beat me up and he says, it's a little black, black whatever, right? That would hurt me because I lost a fight and he called me that.
Right.
So now I don't want to be black no more.
Right.
That's what, if you don't want to be called, and I'm not saying to just use words just because we're saying it. Do the research. Don't believe me. Like Doc says, check it out. Study these words. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It all comes from us. Yeah. We developed it, but they're the ones that take it and bastardize it because they never spoke a language. They used to grunt. Utterance. We learned how to utter 54,000 years ago by way of our black women. Our black women taught us 53,000 years ago. They only learned how to speak 8 to 9,000 years ago. Yeah. So in order for them to teach us, we would have to really regress ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To speak their language.